I'm going to show you everything there is to know about roads, from how they work to using them efficiently, and some useful tricks that almost nobody knows about. What's going on? It's Justeeni here, and this is a complete guide on how to use roads. Whew, I normally don't talk with that much energy. Let's just get right into things. Roads have two functions. They can be used to connect cities and increase the mobility of units. In order to connect a city with roads, you need to place a path of roads from your capital to that city. Other cities act like roads as well. The way that roads provide movement bonuses is a little complicated, so I'll break it down right now. Movement can be thought of as steps, where a unit with one movement gets one step, a unit with two movement gets two steps, etc. Typically, each step is only one tile, but roads can turn that into two tiles. In order to get two tiles of movement from a road, the start of the step and the end of the step must have roads on each tile it moves. This does not have to be the first step, just any step of the movement. Like with connections, cities also act like roads when considering movement bonuses. When roads are being used, they also ignore terrain penalties from forests, allowing you to move through them freely. If you connect 5 cities, you also get the Grand Bazaar monument. Keep this in mind, as you need a minimum of 6 cities to get this monument. If you have the potential to get 6 cities and connect them all, you should take advantage of that opportunity, as it will typically be well worth it. Here are a few examples of villages acting like roads to save some stars. The best way to optimize connections is to start small. Consider how many roads it takes to connect your nearest city to your capital. Once you get the hang of that, find out how many it takes to connect the nearest 2 cities. You'll find that oftentimes you can use roads from one connecting city to also help with another connecting city, saving roads in the process. Eventually, you will be able to find the optimal amount of roads you can use to connect all of your cities. Ports can also be used to save roads on connections, so keep that in mind. To optimize mobility, we want to place roads for both optimal connection and optimal mobility. One thing you can do is to place your units on tiles where you've already planned to connect your cities. By doing this, your roads will be well placed so you can efficiently move units within your own territory whilst also developing very efficiently. Additionally, you want to try to make sure you place roads on forests so then those don't get in your way. Be sure to not place your roads near mountains unless they are important parts of the map, as unlike forests, you cannot use roads to move freely through mountains. In some cases, we may not want to make an optimal road connection for several different reasons. One example is if we want to place our roads in more aggressive spots for our units to attack. At that point, you want to first consider where you want to place your roads to attack optimally, and then find the cheapest way to connect your cities from there. Another thing that roads can be very useful for is fighting for villages. If you're not careful, you might overcommit on roads and not have enough stars left to train units, so be very mindful with how you use your roads. Placing one long line of roads is going to be more efficient than making several lines of roads, and taking advantage of villages can save you even more roads. Remember to make sure terrain doesn't get in the way, and keep in mind how movement works to optimize things even further. In this example, we can get Grand Bazaar with just 7 roads. However, that may not actually be the optimal decision here, as we want to contest the villages in the middle. Placing our roads like this can help to do that. Placing our roads like this can further optimize things by giving our units even more flexibility. What do you think the optimal road placements are in this position? I would recommend pausing the video, taking a screenshot, and drawing out some ideas. Bridges function quite similarly to roads, but with a few key differences. Firstly, they cost 5 stars as opposed to 3, and secondly, their conditions to be placed are much more strict. Bridges can only be placed on shallow water tiles between 2 shorelines facing the same intercardinal direction. Another odd quirk about bridges is that they have a set entrance and exit point where you must enter or exit the bridge from. Beyond these qualities, they function identically to roads. Bridges see the most use in continents maps, where it can be somewhat common for bridge spots to be available when 2 continents spawn nearby. Bridge spots can occasionally appear on archipelago to connect islands, or on lakes to give additional routes of attack or access to an isolated city, but these cases are much more rare. I hope you guys found this guide useful. Keep in mind, you won't magically gain 200 ELO by watching this video, and that truly understanding roads takes more than just watching a quick guide. To really master roads, you need to go out there and use them in your games. If you want any say in future guides, consider joining my channel. It only costs $1 a month, and you get access to members-only polls where you can vote on future guides. Hope you guys enjoyed, like and sub, and have a good one.